with all of that done, the game is on.
That was quick. Fast and Bully is your jammer for France. New Zealand can't quite see. Oh, that is.
Yeah, it's 1-7, I believe. No,
I believe that is Chaos. No, it is Sky Monster. That fun name. But
all right.
Fast and Bully is first out of the pack with lead advantage for Team France.
Very nice. Yeah.
Coming in hot into that pack and making it look easy, puts up 4 points.
4 points to France.
Wow. That's a nice little way to get the game started, I have to say.
Sky Monster using the whole track to try and get around this pack. Gets a little bit of speed. 1 left, 2 left to beat now from France. France
and
getting
we have a penalty. Yeah, that's a forearm for France. I believe that is, well, it looks like 9-4 from here.
Yeah, Team New Zealand losing 2 blockers to the box, so France will have a bit of a pack advantage for the next start. And France picks up 8 points.
Well, hey, not shabby. We've had some very uneven games today, I have to say. So I'm very curious to see how France and New Zealand will do together.
Absolutely.
Because in this tournament, everyone meets everyone.
Yep,
So.
for the first day and a half, we've got our half-hour seeding games. Each team gets 1 timeout, 1 official review, and then halfway through tomorrow, we are going to have the seeds, and we will know where everyone stands. It's exciting.
Absolutely, and at that point, we'll switch over to normal games. So at the moment, for the pool phase, they're only 30 minutes long, which is, of course, rather shorter than a normal roller derby game.
A little bit, but it's nice. That gives you more variety of opponents.
Absolutely.
And after our first jam, we had a nice first official review, it seems.
I think it was an official timeout, mercifully. Otherwise, that would be a very fast use of an official review.
Absolutely. Pépachier, your jammer for France. Chaos for New Zealand. Looks like Pippa getting knocked to the inbounds. Just has to get past the hips of Outrageous, and France earns lead advantage.
Yo. And we have a star pass as well. So, yeah, that is Team New Zealand with the star pass.
That's Misdemeanor,
Yeah.
our new jammer, but the France pivot giving
Yeah.
Misdemeanor a little bit of a hard time.
Yeah, recycled there, but coming back into the pack.
Pépachier coming in hot, and New Zealand was ready and waiting, escorting them to the outside lines. Misdemeanor following suit at the back of the pack.
Yeah, we got a little
Things are
tumble.
getting a little chaotic out here. Nope, looks like everyone is back up
Oh.
and at 'em.
Okay, well that tumble resulted in a cut. So that is in fact the New Zealand jammer going to the box. Still not wearing the jammer cover, so still looking like a pivot, but definitely the jammer. So
Definitely. So that gives Pépachier the full control of this jam. 4 points put up already, and back in the pack, ready to score more. Getting some beautiful assistance from number 261. That is Shadow for Team France.
well, and Pépachier has chosen to call that off, it looks like.
So that'll give France a power start for the next jam, but just a brief one.
Well, every little helps, right?
It looks like the jammer for New Zealand is standing in the box, so it'll be less than 10 seconds. But France has been very quick with their skates today, so 10 seconds could be all they need.
Yeah, I mean, they put up 20 points in 2 gems, so they're clearly, well, they're in it to win it.
Lascar Capac, your jammer for France, gets past last hits of that New Zealand defense, pushing them to their out-of-play limit. And fresh legs off their penalty. Misdemeanor now back with the star on.
And indeed, leaving room for a new pivot. Now we have another star pass here. So that'll be France.
Lascar Capet getting past those hips of the New Zealand blocker, just barely.
You know, I tell a lie. The star pass was not France. I'm still seeing a pivot as well out there. So this must have been New Zealand executing a star pass.
Or at least a star stash. It may not have been complete.
I did see the referee do the signal for the star pass.
That's
so,
usually a good indicator.
Yeah, I tend to find that they're right. They're right about those things. One hopes.
Fair. New Zealand getting their first points of the game in that jam. 3 hard-earned points for misdemeanor. Well earned. I think this might be a challenging game for New Zealand a bit physically.
Yeah, the French team very much knows what they're doing, and they're not going to make life easy for New Zealand.
So jamming for Team France, we've got number 17, Sky Marster. Recycle to the back of the pack, bridge back by Outrageous. Anarchist Skywalker trying to get a piece of Sky Marster's speed. My goodness, Skywalker and Sky Marster.
And you know what? We missed someone when we did the roster. So we also have Taiga playing, and Taiga is currently jamming for France. And has picked up 4 points.
So, Sky Marster coming back into the pack. Looks like our star may have been passed to New Zealand. We'll have a new pivot. That is number 501, Anarchist Skywalker.
All right. Well, New Zealand is loving the star passes today.
Absolutely. Well, it's a good strategy. If you need to get your star out as quickly as possible so that the other team doesn't keep making the laps and getting all the points.
So we're losing a French blocker at this point. A little penalty way down on the far end of the track.
And Taiga takes the opportunity to call that one to a conclusion. France adding 12 points to their total. New Zealand starting to come back with some more points. They've got 4 this time.
Absolutely, slow and steady.
We've still got just under 23 minutes left in this game. And I would like to give a shout out to my roller derby. It is a French roller derby shop, and they are wonderful sponsors of this Junior Roller Derby World Cup 2023 from Valence.
And the jam is on. And, well, look at that. New Zealand has taken a lead.
New Zealand, I believe, won of their first lead of the game. So this time it is Sky Marster. And just on the outside, sticks the landing on the toe stops, and we'll see how many points are awarded. Refs are still deliberating. 1 point each.
Not shabby. Taking what's available, right?
Absolutely.
I think, one thing we're seeing a lot today is teams who are really being a little bit cautious with their call-offs. So safe strategy does the job.
It does seem like New Zealand's picking up on France's strategy. They're starting to slow them down a little bit. The jam is on, and that will be Fépachier, your lead jammer for France. Alarm her with the star for New Zealand, trapped at the back of the pack.
Oh, and we have, yes, another New Zealand star pass. So that is 0-0-2.
Drop dead Fred. Fépachier is coming back into the action as Drop Dead Fred sneaks around that outside, but France pivot is there to shut him down just momentarily. That would be number 5, Tokyo, with that last bit of speed taken away. No points going to New Zealand on this round, just a 4-point pass going to France, bringing them up to 46.
Oh, 50. There were 4 points not posted, so even better. Making the home crowd very happy, I think, judging by the noise levels.
Yes, if you can tell, we are witnessing the home team.
Both teams setting up on that pivot line.
Oh,
Jammers are
here we
off.
go again. And we have Faye Pachier and Alarm Her.
Inside. Want to recycle on
They're showing us that, but I think those were the jammers of the previous jam.
Ooh, well,
This
that's
one, we've got Lescau Capac for Team France.
Going to Team France.
And New Zealand, I will... Oh, New
well,
Zealand is doing a
star
star pass. New Zealand is great with those star passes right off the bat. I think they practiced it a time or two. Beautiful hop over the skates, gets Lescau Capac free. Oh, and will be sent to a penalty box. So power jam.
Power jam going
And-
to New Zealand.
And looks like our star is back with the jammer.
I think that was not a successful star pass in the end.
But hey, a power jam is a great opportunity to maintain your jammer status if there would ever be a good situation for it.
Well, and the bad news is that, oh,
And that is a fortune pack
and
advantage
that's the jam.
right now for New Zealand.
I think that was the other track, or the
Oh.
track whistles crossed a tiny bit, but it hasn't caused too many problems so far in the tournament. Lescau back in the action. New Zealand still fighting with all of their might to get through. It looks like number 45 is just getting stuck behind that France wall.
4 points.
Yeah, we're seeing some really nice defensive work from France today. Their walls are very solid, very effective, doing a very nice
1
job of
seconds left in this
keeping
jam.
New Zealand
Both jammers fighting
in
for
that
points
pack.
right now.
And I find most of the jams, the pack only does one full lap of the track, so there's not multiple, or it's not a fast pack, it's not multiple
No, indeed.
passes around. Lescar with another 4 points on the board. The full 2 minutes have elapsed and 14 points going to France.
That was a 14
Say that slow pack is a real gift for the OPRs on a day as hot as today. So
Absolutely.
OPRs are, of course, skating a bigger track than the players.
And they
because
skate
have-
every jam.
Absolutely.
So I imagine there shall be a few blisters at the end of today. Oh, New Zealand picking up 4 points in that last jam,
Very nice.
bringing them up to that double-digit mark.
Yeah, and well, and now we have a timeout, and this is called by France. So the team timeout gives us an opportunity to talk once again about our sponsors.
Yes, and we'd like to thank Alkay. It is a French-based jersey manufacturer, woman-owned and providing the World Cup reps with high-quality jerseys. So if you like the jerseys you see on these skating officials, hit up Alkay. That's A-L-K with accent aigu. Oh, back to it. That's Skymarster for Team New Zealand. Visionaire jamming for, no, that is Taiga. Taiga jamming for Team France. Just gets past the last line of defense. They were forced to let them go at the out of play point.
Oh, and
Our
some
pack
penalties
has-
coming in, huh?
Our pack has shrunk dramatically.
Yeah. Well, we've just lost a couple players from each team to the penalty box a moment ago.
I see a lone blocker for New Zealand and just a pair for Team France.
Oh,
But
well,
New Zealand will have some friends joining, luckily.
we are getting a couple of New Zealand players back, indeed, including the pivot. In case New Zealand happens to want to do another one of its famous star passes at any point.
Taiga looking calm, cool, and collected. Looks over at the bench, wants to call that one off. A high-scoring jam for New Zealand, too, bringing them up to 21, France at 74.
Yeah, New Zealand is not resting on its laurels. They clearly aren't content to let France lead this game so far.
Well, and in these 30-minute games, you don't have a lot of time to readjust or, take a break to get your bearings back. You kind of have to adjust on the fly.
For France.
We've got Fast and Bully lead jammer for France.
Fastest bowler is your lead jammer. Good defense from Michigan,
Chaos working
but
hard at the back of the pack. That
Oh,
wall
well,
from
there we
France
go.
moving beautifully. Fast and Bully is like, excuse me, I'll just take that outside line. Thank you.
Lovely footwork there.
And they managed to prevent Chaos from following through as well. Chaos now star in hand, has one left to beat at the top of the pack.
and both
That
jammers
would be
not through.
Cyclope.
And we have the call
And
off.
there's the call off.
The call off just as New Zealand escapes with a star.
Yeah, that strategy is not letting the French down at this point. They're making really good use of that ability to get lead quickly, collect some points, and then get the call off.
And New Zealand's doing a great job of immediately patching that star and doing everything they can to limit the amount of points France will score in a single jam.
Absolutely.
We've got Sky Marster for New Zealand, but Fepachier is your jammer of lead record. Sky Marster out of the pack and firing on all cylinders. Pack at a standstill as Fepachier comes into the pack and doesn't call it off. That'll give Sky Marster opportunity to put 4 points up for New Zealand.
Yeah, and there we are.
And it looks like our full contingent of blockers is back on the pack as our penalty box is empty.
But not for long. I'm just seeing a cut being assessed on a New Zealand blocker, 09. That is outrageous.
Outrageous has been doing some excellent blocking, so you're bound to get a penalty now and then when you're doing so much work.
Well, you're a player, you would say that.
Of course.
As an official, I say you don't always have to make penalties.
Fair, but if you do get the ref's attention by being
Jammer start.
flamboyant, they do tend to focus on you
Oh,
just a tad more.
I'm obliged to say that they don't.
Jammer.
Let's go back, our lead jammer. And New Zealand losing another blocker to the penalty box. That is drop dead Fred.
Wow.
New Zealand in a bit of penalty trouble, but nonetheless able to execute that star pass. That's number 154, Atomic Blonde, our new jammer.
And indeed, it's worth pointing out that it takes fewer penalties to foul out in these short games. So where it would normally be 7 in a standard game, in these games, I believe it only takes 4 for a foul out.
Yes, we've seen a few foul outs in the game. I want to say at least every game's had at least one foul out.
Really? Oh my goodness.
Well, we had one for Team Canada at the other track, just the game before this. And those four penalties add up really quick, especially for jammers.
Oh, goodness, you're getting the games with the penalties. I haven't seen any foul outs yet.
We've got Taiga, front of the pack, up against number 314, Misdemeanor.
There we go, and another one of those famous New Zealand star maneuvers, but in this case, well, it's looking like a stash rather than a pass.
Very sneaky, and that's number 017 for France. Visionaire bridging her teammates in play before, going in to score.
Well, and Anarchist Skywalker put that helmet cover back on just before heading back into the pack. But unfortunately, too late, and the call-off happened.
France knocking at that triple-digit mark. New Zealand holding strong at 25. Looks like we are going to see Fast and Bully out next.
Wearing some modest jams at the moment. So France put up 4 points in that last jam. But of course, they have a commanding lead at this point. So I think maybe they're feeling that it's worth being cautious.
Once again, that is Fast and Bully pushing against that New Zealand defense. Razor blades company holding.
Fast and Bully at the top of the pack just gets past number 09. Outrageous once again.
Advantage to grab lead jammer.
Outrageous seem to respectfully disagree with that pass, but nonetheless, Fast and Bully is our lead. Sky Marster still fighting their way through the pack. Shadow not going to make this an easy pass. Finds a
But
little
that
bit of room
was-
on that
oh,
inside, and shut down by number 27, Dirty Pinky.
Yeah, that was almost very, very beautiful. So had it succeeded, I would have said wonderful toe stop work around that apex.
Now Fast and Bully coming into this very fast moving pack.
There's the call off.
Gets a couple of points and calls it off.
Yeah, oh, there we go. We have 11 points this time for France. The wonderful thing about these short games is you look up and suddenly there's only 11 minutes left.
It goes by in a blink, and I'm guessing it goes by even faster when you're skating, or it could be slower. It could go either way.
Well, and I think we have some fairly small rosters. So France is only playing about 12 people, I think. So it's a lot of people getting their time on the track.
Absolutely. And that's what these seeding games are for the first day and a half. So that gives each team an opportunity to play every other team.
Oh, well, the jam is on. And now we have a bit of a moving pack at this point.
Fitbachier at the top of the pack. New Zealand putting up a strong defense, but Fitbachier just punching through those blockers. New Zealand, though, able to hold strong. That's number 84. Dragging you down. She's going to bridge the pack, keep their teammates in play.
Yeah, well, we saw a little chase, a little bit of hope that that French jammer could be challenged, but New Zealand exercised some good caution and opted to not chase too far, not risk another out-of-play penalty.
And Faye Pachier doing some fancy moves on that outside, calls it off. 4 points added to France's total.
All right, we're just on 10 minutes left now.
Yeah. Again, France just stacking it up
Empty penalty box.
steadily and
We
cautiously.
got 5-on-5 right now.
It seemed like New Zealand was going to catch on to France's technique, but the penalty trouble absolutely does not help. And just running up that inside line is Casper. But Lascar Kapak. Tongue twister there.
Yeah, it's one of the joys of roller derby. It's the tricksy names.
Absolutely. Like Skymaster. Skymaster coming in hot to number 9, Chacolus, but is out of the pack nonetheless. Lascar Kapak coming into number 211 from New Zealand, Dynamite. Dynamite able to slow down Lascar just a tiny clip. Oh, Lascar Kapak getting a cut track penalty. Power Dam goes to Skymaster. We will go the full 2 minutes, but there's just 1 minute left.
Yeah, which, the good news is that means the Skymaster gets a nice 30 seconds of power jam to try to gain some ground.
And hopefully New Zealand is able to capitalize, give their teammate a little bit of help. You get by with a little help from your friends. Coming into a solid wall. Skymaster stopped dead with that wall from France.
Yeah, and this is one thing I'm noticing a lot in this game. France is very effective at getting their jammer through that wall. New Zealand hasn't quite figured out how to do the same against France for their jammers. The assists are not quite assisting enough.
And I think that's where the penalty trouble might come in too, is you trying with all of your might to do stuff, and that's when things can go a little sideways. Just winding down the final seconds of our jam. Whoa.
Oh, goodness.
That was the New Zealand pivot 2001.
Into the penalty box.
Yes, so, sorry, 2007. Glitter Bomb will start in the penalty box. France will have a slight pack advantage, but New Zealand and France coming out even at the end of that jam.
All right, we have a team timeout.
From Team New Zealand.
Yeah, so that's New Zealand taking advantage of their one-team timeout in this game to maybe
Give it up for Team New
collect their
Zealand.
thoughts a little bit,
They flew
talk
halfway
about
across
strategy,
the globe.
get a breather.
And winner to
And during this timeout, we would like to give some love to 888 and 187 Killer Pads, all the protective gear. They are our MVP sponsors of the tournament and will be providing an MVP package.
Yeah, along with also Sucker Punch Skate Shop. So there's going to be some nice goodies for the MVPs.
It sounds like it. And these officials, too, well outfitted in their Alke French-based jerseys.
Well, I always like timeouts because you get to see the little zebra huddle in the middle as all of the referees get together. That's what they call it, a zebra huddle.
Did you know a huddle of zebras is a dazzle?
Okay, well, that's good to know.
But that's actual zebras,
Yeah.
like not officials.
Well, I mean, I think, I suspect that roller derby referees would also be pretty okay with that. So, they
I
are fans of
feel-
sparkles.
Oh, at the upon review, it looks like New Zealand came out with a few extra points in that last jam, picking up 11 to France's 8.
Very nice. So that power jam did pay off, I guess.
We've got Fipachier at the top of the pack, getting some assistance from Sangoku. Pat getting stretched to its absolute limit. Oh, sneaking right past Alarm Her, getting that lead advantage. New Zealand able to keep Fipachier at bay long enough. Only lose their pivot to the penalty box momentarily, but sometimes it's worth it.
Oh, well, and our New Zealand pivot is rejoining. It looks like that timeout was worthwhile for New Zealand.
Absolutely. Alarm Her, look into the crowd to give them a bit more energy as they come around for another scoring pass.
Yeah, and we're seeing a little French tripod up here at the front.
Fipachier is just contorting in all sorts of, that's not Fipa, it is Taiga contorting in all kinds of positions to get themselves through the back, but New Zealand is able to maintain in front.
Oh, well,
Sangoku trying to give a assist of some sort. I can't quite tell.
It's a star pass. That's what kind of assist it is.
Beautifully done. I believe one of France's first star passes of the game. So
Indeed. And so
Good.
now our French jammer, very briefly, was number 3, and that was Sangoku.
that's got to be a confidence booster for New Zealand, forcing France to do the star pass this time.
Yeah, and putting 8 points on the board to France's 0. Oh, France's 4. Well, still. And it's certainly not every jam that New Zealand has gotten double the points of France.
No, they are starting to answer back, but we won't have enough time to have an ultimate comeback like we would hope, but maybe in the games in the next day or so.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do with 5 minutes.
Fast and Bully, living up to their name, getting lead fast. Looks like New Zealand
Oh, and yeah,
could be losing. No, it is France losing one of the blockers to the penalty box for a forearm. Oh, Fast and
a
Bully.
cut.
Fast and Bully with a apex hop, didn't stick the landing, but still all 4 points awarded.
Yeah, but New Zealand losing that blocker has evened up the size of the teams on track.
Dragging you down with the star. New Zealand pushing up against that France wall. And there is number 9, Tracolus, giving them grief, pushing them to the outside. And Dirty Pinky there with the further bridge back. And New Zealand pivot, prime positioning for that star pass. France blocker number 2, 704, Elegant, with the force out along that straightaway there, just as they were about to get the star free from the pack. Fast and Bully, looking to the crowd, looking to the bench, decides to call that one off. France, I think the France fans are pretty happy with that 20-point jam.
Yeah, it's nothing to sneeze at, that's for sure.
think I think he was just doing laps out there. I didn't even realize that many passes had happened, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it goes. Derby is so fast. You
Exactly.
blink and you miss it.
Yeah, those nice slow jams that we had at the beginning of the game have, well, kind of given way to something else.
And we're not seeing as many jammer penalties in this last portion of the game, which is always great. And it looks like, no, we do not have a full contingent of blockers. France with a slight pack advantage momentarily. Pipachier jammer for France at the front, getting a bit of help from her pivot. Beautifully done by number 5, Tokyo.
Breaking that New Zealand tripod.
And Skymarster just hopping on those toe stops, but once again, there was Tokyo to shut them down and bridge them the long way back.
Oh, France has lost a blocker.
France losing one as New Zealand regains, dragging you down.
There we go. So the
Beautiful.
tables turn.
Pipachi just staying upright, maintaining that balance beautifully.
Well,
Pipachi
France-
looking very calm and collected, going into that pack.
absolutely.
Just seems totally unfazed.
Yeah, you know, France has some really beautiful skaters on the track at the moment, I have to say.
Absolutely. And just before Skymarster comes in to score more points, Pipachi opts to call that one off. Looks like we might have a jam or two left in this game.
Absolutely. Oh, and look at that. So France achieved 6 points in that jam.
All right,
So
y'all need to
not
get
quite
loud,
the full
'cause
8.
This could be the final jam of this bout.
Goodness. Oh,
We got a old school pivot lineup just as the 5 seconds tick down. Oh, getting a running start, but it works out.
yeah.
That is number 9016, Leska Kapak, lead jammer for France.
Really brings some energy in. And New Zealand, once again, taking that helmet cover off. But,
And fighting
Yeah.
with all of their might, but
oh, it's a stash.
very sneaky. Hey, that's how you trick those blockers.
And France is not taking any chances.
No,
Calling
Leska
that off.
Kapak saying, no, this is my jam, thank you. I believe Leskar has gotten lead every single time they've gone out, I want to say. I could be wrong.
So it's believable, for sure.
Absolutely. They are going to be sending out Fast and Bully for France. Can't quite see New Zealand.
Yeah.
It
Well,
looks like Alarm Her, as indicated by the scoreboard. Fast and Bully. Living up to their part of their name, at least. I haven't seen much bullying out there, but they are definitely fast.
oh goodness.
Just hopping over the skates of number 111 Siren, making it look too easy. Coming back into the pack, ready to score some more points.
Yeah, it is a pleasure to see people who do their sport so spectacularly well.
A beautiful maneuver by Fast and Bully and the blockers. Him leading them to the side, but trusting the blockers to get them out of the way.
But
Those
that New
lateral
Zealand tripod just about worked.
just about.
Yeah.
Fast and Bully was trying those inside and outside lines. Wasn't quite working out, so 8 points will do it for Fast and Bully. Sorry, 11 points.
There we go. Passed some hits on the way. So we have an unofficial score, but hey, New Zealand picked up 4 points in that jam, which is not nothing.
It was an amazing effort by New Zealand. Hard-earned points, but
Yeah, so the unofficial score at this point is New Zealand 52 to France's 166. And of course, it's not real until the referees sign the paperwork, and they have. So that is our official score.
that will do it for France versus New Zealand. France winning 2 games at least so far today. They
Well,
should.
And the crowd loves it.
Oh, I can imagine why. So I imagine France will be one of the higher seeded teams when we when all is said and done, but hey, we won't know until tomorrow.
Oh, exactly. We can have some nice surprises to look forward to, hopefully, when we see the matchups that we wouldn't always see.
I'm pretty excited.
Well, and indeed, speaking of matchups that we don't often see, in a little while we'll be having Sweden versus the
All
world.
right, stick around. We've got
Yes,
great
Team
races.
World, comprised of skaters from various teams that are here.
Yeah, and others as well. There are some countries that are not represented by national teams who are on Team World.
That's always fun. And it's fun for these larger rosters too, because you know not everyone's going to get to play every game. So having that opportunity to play even a bit more and get exposure to these international skaters is just incredible.
Yeah, it's a great experience for everyone. And yeah, look at those happy skaters and their fans on the track.